Impromptu Z.
So Southpaw.
But no, actually, so Southpaw, Jeremy, you give us a synopsis for Southpaw.
Southpaw, spoiler.
We didn't give a synopsis for Transporter. Jeremy just went off. Well, go ahead. Spoiler for all.
Spoiler alert for all this. Jake Gyllenhaal plays this boxer. He's very unstable. He's crazy. He doesn't know a lot. He didn't really go do well in school. He was in an orphanage. I don't think he even went to school, did he?
No, he didn't go to high school.
We all saw this movie separately, by the way.
Right.
And so his wife is shot by a rival boxer that wants to fight one of his bodyguards. And
I gotta say something about that. How the fuck y'all get Rachel McAdams to do a movie and use her for 15 minutes?
She's such a great actress and barely does any movies.
And the movies she does do where she's in them the whole time are kind of like really under the radar.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, continue. That just upset me a little bit. I was like, damn.
And Rachel McAdams, his wife, dies in his arms, so he starts losing everything, his mansion. He even starts losing his little girl. His daughter. It gets very emotional, and he's the whole movie, he's just trying to find out how to put his life back together while like wanting to get back in the ring and do shit. And he becomes like a different person by the end of this movie.
Yes,
he really does.
This was a good movie.
And think of Rocky, almost like Rocky 5. How Rocky had.
I haven't seen any Rocky.
I haven't seen Rocky 5.
How he loses his mansion and everything and has to move back into this really old crappy house and everything. And that's really the only part that kind of ties into Southpaw. Rocky starts training this boxer and everything, blah, blah, blah. But it's a great movie, guys.
I will say this. I think that it is unfortunate for Southpaw, and we do need to speed this up. But I will say I think it's unfortunate for Southpaw that a lot of people aren't really giving this movie an eye.
Mm-hmm. Right, and it's not getting that many good reviews.
Glanced over.
It's because Rachel McAdams is in it, and everything she does is glanced over.
Yeah.
And it's not getting good reviews.
It's not getting good reviews.
Rachel McAdams, Jake Gyllenhaal, even the rival boxer, I think even 50 Cent, and the little girl.
The little girl.
The little girl needs her own Oscar.
She really does. Like, she could get an Oscar nod for the performance.
Yeah.
But I mean,
when she was slapping him in the face saying, "I hate you."
Let's go ahead and rate this real quick.
Go ahead, Jess.
I am going to give this movie like an 8. I'm going to give this movie an 8 because the direction of the movie was good, the acting was good, the story was good. One of the things I have a problem with the movie, and I mean at the same time, it's not really a problem, but it's like some movies like this, it's like, okay, we got more sadness and 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 more, and you're sad yet, audience? How about now? Like,
and that's
right at the very, very, very end.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with Jake Gyllenhaal's like voice, as most people. Although I do say that him portraying the character, he became that character.
Yes. Jake Gyllenhaal's such a great character actor altogether.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because I mean not only Jake Gyllenhaal but all of the other performances in the movie were good. Even 50 Cent, motherfuckers.
I did not like 50 Cent's
performance.
Neither did I. But I'm gonna give it a 9. Very good movie, like everything pretty much Jazz said. Great movie, great performances, especially by Jake Gyllenhaal and the little girl. Great direction, great choreography in the fight scenes too.
Yeah, it looked like you were watching an actual boxing match on
It
HBO.
put you in the perspective of first person.
It did. It had, and it showed. It was like the camera was ducking and moving aside, and it was really, really a nice effect. The only thing I would give it a straight 10. It's a little cliche.
I'll give you that. I will definitely give you that.
Like, you know how it's going to end. By the time he's training and everything, you know how it's going to end.
Now, what would have been cliche is if they would have ended on a bad note, but then it would have been like, damn.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darius.
I'm going to give this movie a 9 as well. I think, I honestly didn't like 50 Cent's performance, but that's not why I'm giving it a 9. I just can't give it a full 10 because a lot of the stuff that happened to him, while very plausible and it seems like it all could happen, it kind of happened almost too quickly.
Like all
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it almost kind of like.
And the movie had like a 2-hour runtime.
Yeah, like that, and that's what I mean. For how long the movie was, it was like you lost everything. Now you're gonna train, get your kid back. Like so, a 9.
The movie ends with him getting his kid back.
Yeah, a 9 for me. I thought it was a great movie.
So we give this movie 8.5.
Sexy ass Rachel McAdams.
Sexy ass Rachel McAdams. I was gonna say 50 Cent fedoras.
No, sexy ass Rachel McAdams.
We give this movie 8.5 sexy ass Rachel McAdams out of 10.
Yep. Great movie. Go see it.